Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Last Night's Racing League. Here we are, Season 3, round number 10, where we're doing some road racing tonight here at Daytona International Speedway. Well, I tell you, they've got a beautiful night out there tonight. Air temperature 78 degrees. Winds are gusting now. They were 13 now, up to 15 miles an hour. Track temperature 80 degrees. As always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you'll know the moment we go live. And they're running the 70% fuel like they normally do. They have 3 complete sets of tires to work with tonight. One faster pair for 30 laps around this 3.5-mile facility. And as always, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Butt Kicker. Don't forget to check out the link in the description for all of their great products. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. And we've got they had to restart the server. They were having some problems, and so we have about 18 minutes to go before we get to qualifying. And while we are waiting for that to count down, let's go ahead and take a look at the driver standings here. Vincent Sora, he has moved ahead of Dakota Moniz into the first place position, and they're going to probably be going back and forth here a while. James Trammell, he's in that 3rd spot. Danny Cochran 4th. Kenneth Neal Amerson 5th. Martin Morales 6th. In the 7th, we have Tyler Dingler, Max Foner 8th. 9th, Charles Roberson, and Seba Corns rounds out your top 10. And you can look on down and see where your favorite driver is in the top 20 there. Now, as far as the team standings are concerned, but it looks like Larson, they've been slowly creeping up on Morecast Racing, and they finally got them. It's a dead heat now, folks. 300, they have 300.3 to 300.2 points. That 1/10 of a point ahead of Morecast Racing. And, of course, you know, these team points are based on the team average. And so, you know, they're up there, but I'm looking out on track, and I only see one Larson line driver on this road course. And you know what they say, there's strength in numbers. They just got the lead, and I do see at least 2 Morecast racing drivers on track. So, hey, you do the math. Morecast may jump back into the lead after tonight. And we have Vortex Theory in that 3rd position, Obsidian Edge Racing 4th. And they've got some good road racers as well. TR Motorsports, both them and Obsidian Edge moved up 1 spot. Max Motorsports down a couple. Then Team Shavoda, Alpha Row, Pirate Racing, and Full Throttle all remain 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Let's go ahead and jump down on the track here. And before we, let's see, where is Tyler? He's not out there right now. He's our spotlight driver. We'll try to catch up with him before we go green tonight. There's Kevin Mahoney out on track. Right now he's 6th fastest there. That best time is a 1:59.668. And right now we're showing we see 18 trucks in the server. And it feels a little bit smaller, and sometimes that's almost to be expected because, you know, road racing isn't everybody's cup of tea. And surprisingly, some of the guys that you would normally see out here, and then even some of the guys that you would normally see up the front, you know, may see some slightly different names up there. And of course, Vincent Sora, I tell you, that guy's a beast. He's right up there. He's the quickest on track right now. Danny Cochran, he's 2nd quickest, and he is right now. He just got joined by teammate Jesse Thornock, so now it's now I was about to say they're even now, them in the Morecast Racing, but Sean Huffstutler, James Trammell, they've been joined by Martin Morales, and so now there's 3 Morecast Racing drivers on track. So yeah, the Larson line, they'll need some more drivers out there to help battle, you know, for those team points against Morecast, because right now looking like they're outnumbered. See, there's Lance Hill. He's third fastest. Vortex Theory. In fact, there's two Vortex Theory drivers right there, third and fourth. Fourth place, Adam Ailshire. Taking a little excursion off course there. But he is fourth fastest at the moment. Let's see who else is out there. There's AJ Green, another team member from Vortex Theory, in that 48 truck. Racing around the 24 Colin Forrester there. He's ninth quickest with just about 2 minutes flat there. AJ killed a couple of cones there, and they got together. See, there's Mike Simone. That's a nifty looking paint job there. I'm still looking for in there. There's our spotlight driver for tonight, Tyler Dingler. Currently 14th fastest. He'll be hauling that Rice Motorsports TV truck around the track this evening. I like how they have the Daytona's pretty well lit here in this infield. And I was concerned it might be a little dark for them, but it's a lot brighter than even I was expecting it to be. But yeah, they've definitely got it well lit for the guys, so they can obviously see what they're doing. Let me check and see if Tyler's in the chat here real quick. And let's see. I don't see him in there right now. Oh, there he is. Okay. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna pull him up here with us real quick. Hey, Tyler, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, looking good out there, man. How you like this Daytona road course here?
Oh, it's pretty good. I'm messing up a whole bunch, but hopefully I can get a good finish.
10-4, man, and not a too long a race, 30 laps, and is that something? Do you do a lot of road racing?
I try to do road racing whenever I can. It hasn't been going too well, but been getting some good finishes lately and trying to get a good finish tonight.
10-4 is all about keeping it on track there and maintaining that consistency. And but good luck. And I don't know if you want me to try to talk to you while you're racing. I kind of don't want to. I don't want to break your concentration, but we'll be keeping an eye on you throughout the evening. And good luck, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, awesome. If you find me in like the pits, then maybe that'd be a good time to talk to me. But out on the track, probably best not.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, you never know.
10-4 with no problem there. And what channel were you? Where did I get you from?
You got me from Larson Line.
Okay, so you put you back down there.
Yes, please.
Okay, then good luck, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
And so he'll continue to work. I think that's James Trammell that he's right behind there. Yeah, the number 20, one of the Morecast Racing drivers. 1, 2, I see 3 of them out there. He's on track. His teammate Sean Hofstadler, he's 11th fastest. And Martin Morales, the third teammate there, he's 8th fastest, the 159.985. Let's go around and see who else is on track here. There's Seba Corns. Now we're showing 18 trucks on track, and we have one lone Team Shavoda driver, Gerald Space. He's the only one for Team Shavoda on track this evening, and I'm glad they have some representation there. And good to see Gerald out there, and he hasn't always been able to make all of the races, and he's right on time here today to represent Team Shavoda. I'm not sure where McLaughlin is, because we know that Greg Moore can't always make it. Roberson has not shown up yet. We'll see if he gets in here. You would think maybe he'd be in here by now. We only have 9 minutes to go before qualifying, so he may not be able to make it to the server this evening. Let's see. There's a new face there, Lance Caraway. He may be new to the league, I believe. Now, I don't know if he's on a team, and if he is, I apologize. I just have him the league name there in his driver info, and I'll find out if he is indeed on a team or he may just be an independent driver and currently 17th quickest, finding his way around this 3.5 mile road course layout. It was showing Gerald. I think he may be blinking in. I wonder if he's having some connection issues. It was showing him going out on track, but now we kind of lost him there again. Let's jump over to Colin Forrester here. Currently 5th fastest, the 1:59.396 his best time so far. I think that this could get very interesting. Vincent Sora, he's still the quickest, about 3/10 up on Adam Aylshire. And but as you know, in road course racing, hey, all it takes is one mistake, and yeah, it can cost you dearly. Watching, oh, and I was about to say, go through that final chicane, turn left when he should have turned right. We're right on with board here with Danny Cochran. Coming down to that bus stop chicane here. And he makes it through there cleanly. And I tell you, I hope everything's okay with Sean McLaughlin and family, because normally his number one fan, Barbara, his mom, is usually in the chat, and I don't see her tonight. And so I hope everyone's doing well there. And usually, if he's here, you can best believe she'll be there cheering on the team as well. So there's Kevin Mahoney Jr. Kevin hasn't been to all the races himself, I don't believe. He's been a little sporadic this season. He's currently 7th fastest, though. He's coming up behind, I believe that's Morales right there. Yes, it is, right in front of him. Currently 11th quickest at 1:59.985. Let's see where Tyler, he's in the pits. So it looks like he's heading out right now. He's still showing 13th quickest there. As he heads on out, we're going to take a quick break before we get going with qualifying, and we'll be right back. So you're watching the last night's Racing League here at Daytona International Speedway Road Course on Rice Motorsports TV.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt kicker. The future is feeling.
Okay, folks, we are back and we're less than 1 minute away from getting on to qualifying here. And so we will be rolling over to that session here very shortly. And, we're also broadcasting simultaneously here on YouTube and on Facebook. And if you like hanging out on Facebook, you can find us there, Rice Motorsports TV, and watch the broadcast from there as well. And don't forget to check down in the description. We have the link there for live timing and scoring. So you can keep up on all of the action, especially now on this road course here. You can see where your favorite driver is and how they're doing. And the old clock's counting down to 0, so we're going to get ready to roll into the qualifying session here as this session comes to an end. It looks like Colin Forrester, he snuck up to the top position there in the time charts at the end of qualifying here. So now qualifying is on, and I'm not exactly sure how they're doing this. Normally they do private qualifying. I'm guessing they're probably doing the same thing, and I'm sure it's got to be at least 5 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to get around, so they really have to hustle and get out of there. And they may have made qualifying a little bit longer to give them a chance to get out and get all the way around and get going. There's Colin Forrester on his way out. Looks like he maybe one of the first to go out. I did see 2 or 3 as I locked in on him. Of course, you know, with that private qualifying, you can only see one truck, whatever truck you're locked in on. He has to make his way all the way around just to get the clock going once again. So it may be slightly more than, I wonder if they may only get 1 hot lap as well. And that could be one shot qualifying. We'll see what happens here. He is making his way around here, getting ready to start his first timed lap here, making his way through that first chicane. Looks like I saw 139. He might have been going a little bit faster before he got down to that final chicane. And here he comes now. Oh, got a little close to that wall. And now he's just coming to the start-finish line. And this will be the start of his actual hot lap. So the clock is running here on Colin Forrester. Must be very careful because, you know, if you run off the course at all or touch anything, and that will immediately eliminate that lap. And as long as it takes to make a lap around here, you definitely want to at least get that one good qualifying time in. Brake rotors lighten up here in the Daytona night. Look at his sector times there. Sector 3 there, he was quickest so far. Making his way down to the first chicane. See if he gets through here cleanly. No more times on the board yet. He may indeed have been one of the first ones out. So he may set the tone here. We'll keep an eye on it. Anybody crosses the line, you'll see it there on the timing tower. Now he's setting sail. Coming down to that second and final chicane. And looks like he will be the first one to put a time on the board as he comes to the line. Let's see what he gets here. He crosses the line. That should have been a good lap, official lap of 157.314. And that's got him at the front there, Adam Aylshire. He's second quickest. And it looks like Forrester, he decided, you know, I'm going to have that time. I'm going to just do that right there. I'm going to sit on that time. So they may indeed get 2 laps. Aylshire trying to see if he can pick it up more. Look at all the times coming in now. Seba Corns third, AJ Green fourth, Mahoney fifth, Tyler Dingler in that 7th position. Vincent Sora, he was strong the whole time. Aylshire, he's quickest in sector 1, 17.239. Let's look at Vincent Sora. Personal best in sector 1, not the quickest lap time. We'll jump back to and Adam Aylshire got it wrong there, so he might have I think he had a problem, so he didn't get a chance to finish that second lap perhaps, unless he was just driving around the track. Now it may be one shot qualifying here. We'll see. Vincent, he's already got a time on the board. He's still getting after it pretty good. He was slower than his personal best in Sector 2 and then set a new personal best in Sector 3. Right now in that third position. Coming down to the chicane. A little slower in Sector 4. Has some time to make up. He's still holding on to the third spot for now. Now, not everybody may not elect to qualify. Oh, and he gets into the wall, and that's going to ruin that lap time. He was doing well, and yeah, like I said, if you touch the wall or go off course at all, looks like Simone, he's probably done 8th fastest. Tyler Dingler showing 9th fastest. And how about Martin Morales here? He's still racing. He doesn't have a time yet. So let's see what happens here. He just crossed the line, and he has a time on the board, 5th fastest. And looks like he's going to go for it, see if he can improve on that 5th fastest time. He had personal best times in all 5 sectors. Wasn't purple in any of them, though. Purple meaning that he had the fastest time in that particular sector. Now, he did set a personal best in Sector 1. Little down in Sector 2. Trying to apply that power as quickly as he can, and he is falling off just a little bit. The last 2 sectors, not even a personal best for him. As he makes his way out, going through what would be turns 1 and 2. Now to race down the backstretch towards that first chicane. His only sector where he set a new personal best was Sector 1, and he's kind of been behind ever since. So his chance of moving up from the 6th spot not looking too good at the moment, but he is keeping it on track here. Coming now to the second chicane here. Getting on those brakes hard. Oh, and he taps the curb there, and it spins him out. And oh man, he was so close to the end of the lap. Oh my goodness. Let's see, Danny Cochran, he's still on track. He's 5th fastest. Now he's just like Morales. His first sector, he set a personal best, but and he got on the power a little bit. So yeah, that's probably going to do it for him as well. And so, I'm not sure how much time is left here, but, we're going to go ahead and pause now for our national anthem, because I'm thinking that the qualifying is wrapping up soon here. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. All right, everybody's starting to line up on the starting grid, and I believe it's only going to be like maybe a half a lap here uh, before they take the green. And while we're waiting for everyone to come out, let's take a look at your starting lineup here. And we have Colin Forrester, your pole sitter. Adam Ailshire starting second. Third is Vincent Sora. Fourth, Seba Corns. Danny Cochran in the fifth position. Martin Morales sixth. AJ Green seventh. Then we have Lance Hill in eighth spot. Kevin Mahoney Jr. ninth. Mike Simone rounds out your top 10. Then we have Tyler Dingler 11th. Josh Carver 12th. 13th position is Max Foner. Now, these guys, they didn't put down any times. Lance Caraway will start 14th. Sean Huffstutler 15th. James Trammell 16th. Jesse Thornock 17th. And Gerald Space starting shotgun on the field in the 18th position. Waiting for everyone to join the field. And there goes the pace car taking them off now. Forrester leading them, will be leading them to the green. Rolling start here. Getting ready for 30 laps. You know, I just noticed that Jad Khalif, I don't see him on track. And I thought he's pretty good at road courses. I'm surprised that he's not out there. But they have a good representation. Adam Ailshire, Obsidian Edge Racing. He's in that, I'm sorry, Vortex Theory, my bad. And him and AJ Green and Lance Hill. There's Tyler Dingler, our spotlight driver.
Green, green, green.
And we got the green flag, and we're racing here at Daytona. Oh boy, here we go, down to turn one. Let's see what happens here. Oh boy, look at Vincent Sora. He gets by the 11 of Ailshire. And he is right on the tail. Oh, we got some folks in the back there. Seba Corns going off. Meanwhile, Forrester, he's still in the lead. Vincent Sora hot on his tail. Adam Ailshire, he did recover to hang on to the third position. Spinning those tires up just a little bit. Trying to get close to that 24 truck. Forrester runs a little wide there as they come out onto the main track. And they're starting to pull away just a little bit. Adam Ailshire falling back a little bit. There's Danny Cochran in that fourth position. AJ Green just behind him. Let's watch Forrester. They drag race down to the chicane. Sorry, he's going for it. He decides, no, I better back out of that. Now, Forrester, he overshot just a little bit. And I think that's going to hand the lead to Forrester. He's about a second. Adam Ailshire also got by Forrester as well. Forrester went in there just a little too hot. They locking them up hard going into that final chicane. Vincent Sora, he will come around to lead lap number one. Adam Ailshire is in that second position. I think Sean Huffstutler, he might have went off. Lance Caraway right there. They're both showing as they had crashed. They probably went off track somewhere. Let's look a little further. There's Danny Cochran. In the sixth position, he's battling hard with Kevin Mahoney Jr. trying to find a way around. Sora still out front, trying to hold on to a second lead ahead of Adam Aylshire. Racing through the Daytona night skies. Have to be oh so careful how you put that power down. You know, these trucks, they're heavier. They're nothing like an open wheel car, and they have not nearly as much downforce. And who was that? Was that the 24 Forrester? I think that was Forrester. He still having some problems. Pole setter now down to the 10th position. Aylshire, he's about three-quarters, about half a second almost. He's right there behind Vincent Sora. Right now, he's the closest one that can make a charge on the 26. And we'll see what happens when they come down to the final chicane here. Sora hard on the brakes. Aylshire's right there. AJ Green now into that third position. He's got Lance Hill right behind him as well. They start lap 3 of 30. Two front runners are still within a half second of each other. You can see them up there in front of Hill and Green. Green got a little bit, about 0.6 of a second now on Lance Hill. Starting to pull out just a little bit. Let's look a little further back. Kevin Mahoney, he lost some ground there to Danny Cochran. Josh Carver is behind him in that 7th position. He's got about 1.4 seconds to go before he can get close to the 66. And showing Jesse Thornock, he went off somewhere. I think it was just a spin. And oh boy, look at it. He's been rubbing the wall or other trucks or something. And he made some contact on that right side. Got on the power a little bit too much and it went around on him. He's continuing on in that 16th spot. A little further up, there's Martin Morales. He's got Colin Forrester, your pole setter, right behind him. Sora is still managing to stay ahead of Aylshire. Aylshire seems to be the only one able to really keep pace with the 26. Morales trying to keep pole setter Colin Forrester behind him. Forrester about 0.6 of a second behind the number 1 truck. Oh, and Morales runs wide, and that's going to open the door for Forrester. He's going to go right on through. Thank you very much. And he moves into that 8th position. Now trying to see if he can close in on the 51 of Max Foner. He do have a lot of time. You know, it's only lap 4 of 30. This race is going to last for a little while here. And Lance Hill got past AJ Green. Oh, and Josh Carver, he jumped to the pit. Something happened to Josh Carver. I wonder if he's showing retired, folks. He is actually retired. And so he tried to hang him, and Gerald Space are also, Space is also showing as retired. And Sora now at 3.3 seconds ahead of Lance Hill. There's Lance. He got past AJ Green. In fact, Adam Ailshire was in second. He must have spun somewhere. Let's see. Because he was chasing Vincent Sora. I think this is where it happened here. Oh, and it got away from him. And boy, he lit it up, keep from going into that retaining wall. Good job avoiding getting damage on that 11 turn. Oh, Mahoney almost got him there as he got back on track. But that's what happened. Adam Ailshire got him further back, now running in that sixth position, trying to track down Kevin Mahoney Jr. there. And that allowed Lance Hill, AJ Green move up in the order. They're now running second and third, respectively. That gap was 3 seconds. Now it's less than 2, like about 1.9. Let's look at the lap time history here. And Vincent Sora and Hill was quicker the last time around. And we'll see if he's able to close in. It is 1.4 seconds now. He is starting to gain a little bit on the 26. We got reports Lance Caraway and Jesse Thornock went off track once again. They'll definitely starting to close in on the 26th. We bring up the sector times here. Now he was quickest in sector 2. You can see each sector he is clearly quicker than the 26. He is definitely running him down now about 1.2 seconds behind the 26 there as they race down into turn 1. Oh, and he trying to get on it without losing it. He manages to hold on there. In some of these slow corners, it's not about how fast you can go, but how quickly you can get through some of the slow corners. And look at Hill. He just went off. He did the same thing. He overshot, and just like that, he is back to 4th position again. Now AJ Green, it's his turn to try to see if he can catch Sora. We've got 5 laps complete, 25 to go. Danny Cochran in that 3rd position. He's followed by the 44 Lance Hill. Kevin Mahoney, he still has, he's 5th. He's still, he's got Adam Ailshire behind him now. And then Colin Forrester, he's a little bit further back, pole sitter now in the 7th position. These guys, they're really going to start feeling it when they get, down to about maybe 7, 8, 9 laps to go. It can be a mentally exhausting thing, the road course racing, especially if you have a lot of laps. I think they might have had more than 30 laps scheduled at first, but some of it, of course, that will make it a long race as well. But maintaining that mental focus for 30 laps. Look a little further back. Now there's the Morecast Racing drivers running 9th, 10th, and 11th. There's Martin, and right behind him there's James Trammell. And a little bit further back, Sean Huffstadler in that 11th position. His 2 teammates are just down the road in front of him there. And yeah, as far as the teammate, as far as the team challenge, Danny Cochran, he's running in the third spot. You see the driver numbers; they're color coded to their team. He's running in that third spot. Boy, his teammate Jesse Thornlock having a rough night. Way back in the 15th position. So that'll definitely hurt their average as far as where they finish, and plus they're outnumbered 3-2 tonight. So I think it's very. I think that team point standings is going to swing back to Morecast Racing once the night is over, as long as everybody finishes here. Got a report that Seba Corns jumped to the pits, and he's not out, but he's a lap down. He's in the pits, but he's not showing out yet. Oh, now he has retired. He did put it behind the wall, so that is another retirement there. Vincent Sora, he's still up front, 1.2 seconds ahead of AJ Green. Now 1.5 seconds. Let's look at AJ's sector times here compared to Sora. AJ's, he's been putting down steady times, and none of them are his personal best. Otherwise, the numbers would be in green. Sora has put a couple of personal bests down in sectors 2 and 4. Now sector 5 also for Vincent Sora. And Green not setting personal best, but the gap is still right around 1.5. Nebba making 1.6 now. It keeps fluctuating between 1.5 and 1.6. That seems to be as close that Green can get. A little further back, there's Lance Hill. He was He was actually closing in on Sora there at a slow but steady pace, and then overcooked it going through one of the right-hand turns. Oh, we got Mahoney in the grass, I think. Let's see. There he is, getting back on track. Like I said before, they have the one faster pair, but there's a lot of runoff areas here at this Daytona road course. And I know the guys are happy for that at least. It's not quite as confining as, say, Watkins Glen. James Trammell setting personal best lap times. He's trying to run down Morales, but Morales is also putting in some good times. Of course, they're teammates, so yeah, they're definitely want to get everyone to the finish line for sure. Let's look a little further back in the field. Sean Huffstudler. Oh boy, was that Mahoney? Yes, it was. Man, he went airborne. And let's see. He decided, you know what, we're going to come down pit road here. He said, I need to take a breather after that one. Mahoney down on pit road. This is his first time on pit road. Oh, he overshot his pit too. That is bad enough on an oval track to do it on a road course. And yeah, you don't definitely don't want that to happen there. Tires and fuel going in the number 66. 16.6 seconds stop there. Let's see what his pit stop delta is. And it went away so quickly we couldn't read it. Maybe he is making his way back out. Lance Caraway making his way down pit road. And while he does that, Vincent Sora, he continues to rocket on through the night there, and AJ Green closing in. Boy, less than a second, less than half a second now. He is really closing in on the 26, trying to put some pressure on Sora. 22 laps remaining at the moment. Making their way through that chicane. They come to the line now, 21 laps remaining. And he's getting so close to the 26. This is where you have to not overdrive the truck. Sora definitely starting to feel the pressure now. Oh, and AJ gets it wrong. AJ Green spins around. Here comes Danny Cochran, and he will take up the second position. Oh, man. AJ Green, he holds on to third. He gets going. There's Lance Hill right behind him. Vincent Sora, he keeps getting pressure on him, and right when somebody's about to pounce, they crack under the pressure, and Sora is able to keep the power going and the consistency, and that is why he's out front. Danny Cochran right there in that second position. And I say, now I'm going to take my turn here at the 26, see if I can track him down. It's almost like they're tag teaming it out there. It's like, okay, it's your turn. You go try to get him. 21 laps remaining. Sora now with a 2.5 second lead over Danny Cochran. AJ Green was making good progress. Got on the power just a little bit too much. There's Cochran. There's Green. He has recovered. Ailshire right behind him in that fourth position. Lance Hill right behind him. Colin Forrester, your pole sitter, not too far behind in the sixth position. Definitely got some work to do, though, if he's going to catch the leaders. Forrester, almost 7.5 seconds back from Sora. As they lock it up through that final chicane. Boy, they're close here. Oh, and they're all coming down pit road. Wow. All these guys coming down. Now, Sora, he stayed out. Green, Hill, Forrester, and Ailshire all come down pit road. So that Danny Cochran, he's in the second position now. That puts James Trammell up in the third. And Sean Huffstudler right behind him there in the fourth spot. And the top four have yet to pit. Everybody, Jesse Thornock, he's also out there. He hasn't stopped either, but he's down in the 13th position. So he's going to, him and the top four still have to pit. There's your leader, Vincent Sora. And now his gap is 4.3 seconds. He is going to have to stop and pit, though. You would think he would have to stop for fuel, if anything, only running the 70% fuel. So a lot of it will also rely on the quickness of the pit crews and see how quickly they can get the 26 in and out of the pit and see how clean a stop he makes. Can't afford to overshoot. That will definitely put him back in trouble. Jesse Thornock is hitting his marks down on pit road. Tyler Dingler, there's our spotlight driver. He's down. Okay, he's on pit road. We'll see if we can grab him very quickly here. Hey, Tyler, it's Tony. How are things going out there, man?
Oh, man, it's been a rough couple laps out here. Almost looped it into the first couple laps, and then I think probably around lap 5, came around turn 2, and my pedals and brake didn't work.
Oh no, that's not good.
I thought my engine turned off for some reason, so I went over to turn it back on, and then I realized that my pedals had just completely disconnected from my steering wheel.
Oh man.
So I had to deal with uncalibrated gas and brake for a lap. Quickly came in.
Oh,
So if
that's
you
good.
were wondering why I was in there, that's why. And then I've been playing catch up to Jesse Thornock up here.
10-4, man. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to work. Good luck. We'll talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
Now, Tyler Dingler trying to keep that 19 truck on track, and like you said, he's right now he's working on catching Mike Simone. Actually, I think he's that's not Simone. He's yeah, because that is for position. Because Dingler's running 13th and Simone is 12th, but it's showing him. I don't know if it's showing him like 52 seconds ahead. Now that was Tyler's actually his second stop down pit road, and like he told you, that was the reason why he had those technical problems with his hardware. And but yeah, I tell you, anything can get you. Hey, I had a guy one time tell me he was almost ready to win a race, and his cat came in the room and jumped up in his lap, and he spun out and wrecked. So, so hey, anything can get you. Things or people or animals, internet connections, you name it, folks. Let's check up the front here. Now, looks like Sora, he has pitted, and that has handed the lead to James Trammell. Teammate Sean Huffstetler running 1-2. Huffstetler now coming in. So that will move. That's Sora. He's now in the third position, but he'll cycle up to the second spot. And he knows that Trammell still has to pit. Trammell has yet to pit at all, and 18 laps to go. The gap is only 7.8 seconds. So Vincent Sora should easily get back there. Danny Cochran, he's running in that third spot. He's 1.6 seconds behind Vincent. Sorry, you just saw Sora go out of the picture there. Colin Forrester is making his way back up through the order. Last time we saw him, he was 6th. Now he's 4th position. He has stopped once. And I think a lot of these guys may only be expecting to do a one pit stop sequence here. Colin Forrester doing good to get back up through the order. Started on the pole. No matter how much you want to just get after that guy in front of you, gotta be super consistent, smooth with the power coming off of those corners. We saw a few folks, all it takes is spinning those tires up just a little bit, and that will be it. And it can be frustrating on the road course because the progress you make, that's the problem. The progress that you make all goes out the window from just an error there. Doing his best to run down Danny Cochran. Cochran in that third position. I believe he started 5th, moved up 2 spots so far. Now I'm seeing now Trammell. Oh, there he is. He's on pit road now. So that puts Sora back to the lead. And Cochran, he'll come through. Cochran, where is he at? There he is. He'll come through to second. Colin Forrester right there behind him. Trammell he's on his pit box there. Tires and fuel going in for the 20. Now, where is there they are, okay. And that's his teammate Morales on track just as he comes out of the pits. Morales will move past him into the 7th spot. In fact, Trammell, he'll lose a couple of positions Looks like he'll cycle out into the 9th position. Kevin Mahoney should be there right close behind him. And Mahoney stopped on lap 8. So his tires should have a lot more wear on them, obviously. And 17 laps remaining. Vincent Sora continues to lead. That gap to Danny Cochran, 1.8 seconds. And Colin Forrester, he is getting fairly close to the number 2 there. Now, I'm not going to 100% rule out the chance that they may have to stop one more time. Because I think, let's see, who was it that stopped? Was it James Trammell? He stopped on lap 13. He went further than anybody else. So, yeah, so I guess lap 26. Oh, and Forrester really locking it up there, getting super close to the 2. So, yeah, about maybe 3-4 laps to go. You'll probably see everybody cycling through once again on these pit stops. Now, can Trammell, can he push it? Now, the last time, because now Trammell, when he pitted, like I said, he pitted on lap 13, and your leader Sora pitted on lap 11. I wonder if it's even possible for him to stretch it out any further with so few laps remaining. Sora, now he is leading at the moment, and that gap is now just over a second. Danny Cochran, now it's his turn to put pressure on the 26 of Vincent Sora. Colin Forrester, your pole setter, back into the picture now. So somebody's on pit road. Who is that? That is Mike Simone on pit road. Well, oh, and he got a bit of damage on the front of that Toyota there. He just finished, because, aerodynamics, don't play as much. The trucks, they knock a big enough hole in the air as it is. And so this may not be hurting him too much. We'll see. Meanwhile, Danny Cochran there, just over half a second behind Vincent Sora. He has put, there he is, there's Sora right there. He has put a little bit of distance, not a whole lot, between him and Colin Forrester. Colin Forrester runs over that rumble strip there, upsets the truck just a little bit. And we got Adam Aylshire, he's in the pits. And matter of fact, he had to tow back to the pits, and something must have happened there for him to tow back. He must have got, there he's over the rumble strip there, and I don't know. Did he decide to retire? I think I see smoke, I think, coming out the back of that truck, possibly. Yeah, and he had to jump back to the pits. Let's take it live here. And Aylshire still showing. He hasn't retired yet, but it's not showing. He might be getting ready to put it behind the wall because it's not letting us lock in on him. So, yep, he has definitely put it behind the wall. So that's 4 retirements now. Aylshire definitely out. There's Forrester in the 3rd position. He can see the 2 leaders right there in front of him. 15 laps remaining. Definitely starting to get within striking distance here. He might actually love to see Cochran really get up there and battle with Sora, because who knows, one of them might spin out under the pressure. You never know, and open the door for him to move up one more position. Making his way through that chicane pretty good there. There's Cochran and there's Sora. Well, further back, there's A.J. Green. He's chasing Lance Hill. Hill in that 4th spot. A.J. trying to play catch up there. So further back, they're the Morecast Racing guys. Morales running in 6th. Right behind them, James Trammell. Then we have Max Foner in the 51 machine in that 8th spot. And then another Morecast driver. They're all in the top 10. That'll be good for their average. Very good average for the Morecast Racing team. That'll definitely push them, should push them back to the top of the team point standings. Lance Caraway having a rough night out there. I think it's showing him might have had another off there somewhere. I think that's what happened. But he is continuing on. Jesse Thornock as well in the 13th position now. Spotlight driver Tyler Dingler in that 12th spot. He's hanging in there. He's got Caraway directly behind him, but Caraway's not on the lead lap. He's 1 lap down, so that's not a threat for him. Thornock is behind Caraway, another 8 seconds, I believe, behind Caraway. So Dingler, he's right now looking pretty good in that 12th spot, about 9 3/4 seconds behind Mike Simone. As he crosses the line, 14 laps to go. Pretty clear track in front of him right now. Fifth, sixth, and seventh, they're grouped up there pretty good. Now Jesse Thornock, he got around Caraway, and he's 8 seconds. And actually, him and Caraway are kind of trading. Well, Thornock, I think Thornock went off track because he was 8 seconds behind Dingler, and then it showed Caraway get past him once again. So I think that's what happened there. This is what was happening just now when we were watching Tyler Dingler. And all it was, he just went a little wide. Oh, and man, caught the rumble strip. And I tell you, boy, you lose so much time when you have to turn that truck around and get going once again. And so, yeah, Jesse Thornock trying to hold on and survive the evening. And you saw the leaders go by, so he's the second truck to go a lap down, and Dingler continuing on there. Let's see. There's Max Foner, and this group right here, they've been battling a lot. Max Foner, he's trying to keep Kevin Mahoney Jr. behind him there. That's 8th and 9th. Up the front there, Danny Cochran, he's less than half a second now on Vincent Sora. Here we go again, folks. Putting more, another driver putting pressure on the 26. Can he make him crack? Let's see what happens. Sorry, he's been a pretty cool character out there, and maintaining good pressure under fire. They cross the line, 12 to go. And in a sense, the pressure is almost on the chasing car because, you know, sorry, he just has to worry about hitting his marks and not overdriving the car. And that guy behind, you know, you got that thing in your mind where I got to try to get past this guy, and you know you're going to have to try. And they're starting to catch. I think that's Caraway Yeah, that is Caraway. They're going to run up onto the lap traffic here. Oh, and Caraway, he got either he went off track just to get out of the way. That might have been what he did because he saw the leaders coming. So that was a good move by Lance Caraway there. Boy, Danny Cochran trying to put major pressure on the 26. And Colin Forrester not too far back. He's been watching those two battle, and he's about the same distance as before behind them. Actually, no, I take that back. They've actually got down the road just a little bit further. And boy, they're almost nose to tail going through the chicane. Oh man, he got it to the left sides up in the air. That cost him a little bit of time, opened up the gap to just over a second there. We'll try to claw those fractions of a second back as they go through the second chicane here. That's it. Cochran, they both pitted on lap 11, and Colin Forrester, he's pulling the trigger now. So, I'm coming in getting my tires now. He might try the undercut here to see if he can get those fresh tires now. He knows those guys are going to have to stop, and he's stopping now so that he'll be able to make it to the end on fuel, and he really hits his marks. He uses a faster pair. That truck is 100% now, and he's going to lose some positions, but in road racing there aren't any cautions. AJ Green coming in, Forrester, we just saw him making his way out. I think AJ used his faster pair as well. Now Sora and them, they're out there racing along. They are gonna. I don't think they can make it to the end on fuel, and so Vincent Sora, he may be leading right now, but it may be a hopeless cause here, because just the sheer the length of the race, the number of laps, mathematically speaking, he may not have enough in the tank to get to the end. He'd almost have to commit to stay out 11 more laps and see if he can stretch it to the end in order to maintain the lead here. And let's see, and they're getting after it. Colin Forrester, he's 31 seconds behind the leader. So that's where your pit stop delta comes into play as well. Pit stop delta is how long the total. Oh, and look at Sora. He's starting to. Those tires are getting away from him just a little bit. I don't think it's him. I think it's just the tires are starting to let go on him a little bit. He's still got a little bit of a gap now between him and Cochran. Ten laps remaining. Danny Cochran trying to put more pressure on him. And I tell you, James Trammell, now they stopped lap 13. Boy, it's going to be close. I don't know what's going to happen. Morales, he's pulling the trigger now. He's coming on in, getting his tires now. It'll be a track. The thing is, how quick is your out lap when you come out? And like say for Trammell, that his teammate pitted, he's got to really crank out a fast lap to try to cover him pitting there. Because that term undercut, that's used as a Formula One term there that's used a lot. And you're hoping that you'll pit. And a lot of times to defend against that, the guy that was ahead of you probably should pit the very next lap in order to, because it's just like in the oval tracks. If you stay out too long, that guy that pitted behind you, he's got those fresher tires, and he's going to eat into that gap. So when you're stationary on pit road, that's all going to help him out. Vincent Sora, he's managing to hold on. he's opened that gap up once again to 1 3/4 seconds. Danny Cochran also holding on to that second position. James Trammell, he's in that third spot. And he's followed by your pole sitter, Colin Forrester. Oh, here they go, folks, down pit road. Your two leaders are in. Vincent Sora, Danny Cochran coming down pit road. Now, let's see. Where is the 24 of Forrester? He's in the fourth spot. And you can see them on pit road. You can see Forrester down on the track map there. They're going through the final chicane there, and they definitely are. They should move back to the front here. 9 laps to go. And they're on their way out. And just like that, Forrester, is he going to get him? Trammell, he's still out. There's James Trammell right there. And there's Vincent Sora. But Sora is going to have those fresh tires. And now the question is, will he run down Colin Forrester? Forrester trying to get by the 20 of Trammell. Forrester, he pitted on lap 19. Trammell pitted on lap 13. And both Sora and Cochran pitted together on lap 21. So Forrester, his tires are only 2 laps older than Vincent Sora. So the question is Sora going to use them up trying to catch the 24? 9 laps to go. That's plenty of time, but he can't afford any mistakes. And James Trammell, I almost think he's going to have. He's only stopped once, so he is going to have to pit, I would think, before it's over. Currently running in that second position. Everybody in the top 4 has pitted twice except for Trammell. So I unfortunately, I think it's just a matter of time before he'll hand that second place back to the 26 of Vincent Sora. And look at Danny Cochran making a move on the 26 now. Sora doesn't want that. He doesn't need that at all because they're both on equal tires. And that's going to put Cochran into the third position. And now if Sora, if he wants to win, there's Trammell coming down pit road. So he hands now what would be second place over to Danny Cochran. Vincent Sora hot on his heels. If Sora wants to win this thing, he's got to. You're gonna have to use a lot of tire. You got to get by Cochran and then get and catch Forrester, and he's about 4 seconds ahead. I mean, behind the 24 truck, and Forrester, your pole sitter, a chance to win from the pole. He's got to keep that thing on the blacktop. You can see the second and third place not too far behind him. Looks like Foner and Thornock on pit road. Caraway on pit road now as well. There's Foner. He's making his way back on to the racing surface. Kevin Mahoney right there. He was already out. He's in that 9th spot. Teammate Sean Hufstadler had it off there, and he's getting going once again. Tyler Dingler running into 12th position, going through that final chicane. Now, he last pitted on lap 10, so he's probably going to have to stop again. He's gone a long ways. He had already stopped twice, and the second time was on lap 10 because of those technical problems with his pedal, the wires on his pedal. So, some equipment gremlins got him tonight, but he's still having a good run. He's 10 seconds behind Hufstadler, 28. The leaders are actually right behind him, 28 seconds behind him, and Probably don't have the pit stop delta to get in and out and not lose a lap there. So you probably end up going a lap down, but no, he's hanging in there at the moment. Back to your leader, Forrester. He's got Cochran by a couple of seconds there. 2 point and make it 3 seconds. And Cochran, he's actually got Vincent Sora by over 2 seconds as well. So Sora, he's kind of losing pace here now. Had led a good portion of this race. Withstood some tremendous pressure, and even though he lost second place, it wasn't from a spin or anything. He just Danny Cochran just powered on past him near the end of the last couple of laps there. Oh, and Sora, he had an off, and just like that, he hands it back to Vincent Sora. Danny Cochran had an off himself. Let's go back and take a look at that. He went in there. I guess he went in a little too hot. They're getting ready. This is where he's getting ready to come out turns 1 and 2. He's getting on the binders. Oh, and he just carried too much speed. Oh, and he did whack the retaining wall. Sora goes on by. I tell you, he's man, I know he's probably mad at himself there. I mean, he had Sora by a couple of seconds and threw it away. Sora now he's at 4 seconds behind Colin Forrester. Now he's setting sail for that 24 truck. Now whether he can catch him or not, he's definitely going to burn up those Goodyears trying. There's Forrester right in front of him. It's just a matter of catching him. He probably would love it if Forrester had a little miscalculation somewhere on track as well. Forrester probably knows that as well. There's Forrester and there's Sora right there. Cochran still in the 3rd spot. AJ Green on 4th position. Oh, and something happened to, what happened to Forrester? Something happened to Forrester. He went off track. That is what happened. Like I said, he looked like he did the same thing, and he just went in there too hot. He knew that, I think just the fact that he knew that Sora was behind him, and he's trying to get going. That was actually one of the best recoveries I've seen when I see somebody get off track. But man, it was enough for Vincent Sora to get ahead, and now he's almost a half a second ahead, and with 6 to go. Now, Colin Forrester, his tires are like I said, 2 laps older than Sora. Can he put pressure on the 26? We have not seen Vincent Sora make a mistake yet tonight. Everybody around him has made a mistake, either chasing him or when he was chasing them, and you know, and that right there, you know, that'll tell you, hey, you know, this is the guy to beat right here for sure. And Forrester, he's trying to see if he can mount some pressure here. This is just like at the start of the race. Try to mount some pressure on the 26. See if he can get that 26 to crack under pressure. Boy, he has been a cool customer. Vincent Sora, very difficult to get ruffled. Not going to get those feathers ruffled easily at all. And looks like Forrester ran just a little wide there. That cost him a few hundredths of a second, maybe even a few tenths. Now back about 7/10 of a second. I mean, they are right there. And when they come to the line, it'll be 4 laps to go. AJ Green, he's a bit further back. He's over 15 seconds back, so he's definitely not in the picture there. He's pretty isolated by himself there, actually, in that 3rd spot. Somebody's on pit road. I think it's Mike Simone. Mike Simone just now getting to his pit box. And looked like he just got fuel and he's on his way. And there your leaders right there. Going through the final chicane. Across the line, 4 laps remaining. Forrester trying all he can to figure out what he can do with Vince Sora. Vincent Sora, he let's see. He started 3rd, I believe, gained 2 positions up to the first place. Pole sitter Colin Forrester there, trying to win from pole. Got less than 4 laps to do it. Let's look back in the field real quick here. There's Martin Morales. He's well ahead of his teammate Hofstadler there. Simone, he's everybody else is kind of spread out a bit. There's Tyler Dingler. He's still in the now he's in the 11th position. Tyler, he has stopped again, so he should be good to go to the end of the race. Jesse Thornlock, he's still hanging on, showing a lot of damage on that 14 truck. He has been off a few times, but he's hanging on. Obviously, I don't know if he's used his faster pair yet or not. Back up the front, Vincent Sora. The gap is now about 0.4 of a second. Colin Forrester right there. He's running out of time. There's still time, but he would need. Well, I don't know if he would need it, but it would help if the 26, he's probably thinking, come on, make a mistake already. Oh, and he does clip the rumble strip there just a little bit. That was Sora. Forrester not close enough to really take advantage of it. Now 3 laps to go. Oh, and he looks like he might have run the 24 a little wide there. Man, this might come down to the wire here, folks. Man, they are really going after it now. Forrester trying to, look like he might have took a little peek down on the inside. Boy, I tell you, they're getting after it too, boy. Forrester trying everything he knows to see if he can put any kind of pressure on the 26. And they're both racing pretty equal right now. Is that good for Forrester? No, not really. But hey, you gotta give credit where credit's due. Vincent Sora being a very, very cool customer here. Under fire. Because he's strong on the oval tracks and definitely flexing his muscles here on the road courses as well. Now they'll race through turns 3 and 4. That gap just about half a second. That's about as close as Forrester's been able to get. Of course, he really closes up on the bumper there. Going through that turn, but Sora's getting a good power down coming off of the corners, and whatever Forrester gains, he kind of loses it a little bit. Sora's just putting the power down just enough to get, stay ahead of the 24. And sometimes when you're a leader, it's not like sometimes the best way to defend is not to let the person behind you push you into overdriving your own vehicle. And that may be the case here with Sora. It may not be that he's just trying to go absolutely as fast as he possibly can, but because he's controlling the pace, that's for sure. And man, they're super close. They're going to get the white flag this time. When they come around, going through turns 1 and 2 at the moment. Here they come down to the first chicane. And boy, he closes right up on the back. Oh, he locks it. That is it. And that is going to, oh man, he was trying so hard. And that's going to do it, folks. There's not going to be anything he can do. And then Danny Cochran, he goes through as well. Colin Forrester, he was trying. He did everything he possibly could. He'll still be on the podium. But I tell you, man, Vincent Sora now going through the final chicane there. He'll come around to take the white flag here. Colin Forrester gave it a monumental effort. But I tell you, this dude, you could call him the Iceman. I mean, this dude is super cool under pressure. I mean, he did not crack. I think he had folks trying to get him 4, maybe 5 times throughout the race, and all kinds of pressure. And that's also why he's the points leader at the moment. In fact, the Dakota Moniz is not here tonight. That's gonna hurt him big time. And definitely will allow Vincent Sora to put a bit of a pad between him and second place Dakota Moniz. Coming out turns 1 and 2 now. Just got to make it through the 2 chicanes, and the victory will be his. Cochran still in that second spot. Forrester is in third. AJ Green's a little bit further back. You got James Trammell there in the 5th spot. Max Foner 6th. Lance Hill behind him in the 7th spot. Then we have Martin Morales. 2 of the Morecast Racing drivers. All 3 Morecast Racing drivers are in the top 10. John Huffstadler, but here comes Vincent Sora coming around through turns 3 and 4. About to wrap this up here. And now he'll come down and go through the final chicane for the evening. He'll come around. Checkered flag is in the air, and it's in the air for Vincent Sora, your winner here tonight at Daytona Road Course. Super quick cut, super cool customer here tonight, boy. Vincent Sora, your winner here. Danny Cochran second, and Colin Forster, he did end up on the podium in third. And so we'll get these guys up to the victory circle here. as he burns them down here. Let's go ahead and grab those guys. Colin, he's already up there. And we'll put Danny Cochran up there, and just got to find. There's Vincent. We'll put him up there as well, and we'll head on down there with them. Okay, folks, I'm in victory lane here with your top three: Vincent Sora, Danny Cochran, and Colin Forrester. Hey, Vincent, you got a copy.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, man, I tell you, boy, man, you really withstood some major pressure out there tonight, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that was a pretty intense battle there between me, Danny, and Colin. It was super fun, though. I had a lot of fun there, but yeah, I love these road courses, and I think they both actually had something for me tonight for sure. Colin put down a burner for his quali. Danny was really quick in the race. I mean, that was a pretty tough one to lead there in those final 10 or so laps.
Yeah, man, but I tell you, you withstood the pressure multiple times throughout. I mean, there's 2 or 3 different guys took a crack at you, and it just didn't see you flinch at all. I mean, it saw you spin the tires a little bit a couple of times when you were trying to catch somebody else, but as far as when you're under pressure yourself, man, you really kept a cool head, and that right foot was just light enough and just heavy enough to get that power down off the turn. And so, yeah, good job. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Danny, he drove a really great race. He'll be doing burnouts probably pretty soon. He's been really quick. And you for broadcasting.
10-4, man. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
All right, see you, buddy.
Hey, Danny, you got a copy?
I got you, Tony.
Hey, man, good race, man. Got in there and got on that podium, second position. You had some cracks at him there and made good attempt there, but you did manage to hold on and finish in that second position. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely take running second to Vince any day. I would have had something for him there, but after that last pit stop, I slid the tires going into that last corner before you get on the oval there, and slid into that tire barrier. If it wasn't for that, I might would have had something for him. Colin and Vince, they were both fast all night, and they both drove really great races. And it was fun battling with Vince, man. I got pretty familiar with his back bumper before that last pit stop.
Yeah, I tell you, man, and that was something. So when you hit that wall, did it just affect your handling a little bit?
It didn't screw up the steering any, but I could tell my car was slower, especially on the oval portion of the track.
Right.
So it wasn't ideal, but thankfully we'd had enough of a cushion there to where fourth place couldn't get to me, and then unfortunately something happened to the 24 there, and that's how I ended up second. He should have had it. He should have had second, but I'll take it.
Absolutely, man. You know how road course racing that can be unforgiving. Any little mistake, and you just got to do your best to maintain that consistency. But congratulations again, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Tony.
Now, hey, Colin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, I tell you, boy, you made one heck of an effort, man. I mean, I think you were far down as, I don't know, maybe 6th or 8th or something like that, and fought your way all back through the field. And man, a great effort, man. And but just came up a little short. But man, congratulations on getting that 3rd spot after everything else.
Yeah, thank you, man. Just cost myself a chance to win right there. Just made too many mistakes. Just when I had the lead on the first lap, just missed the bus stop, and just when I got behind Vincent, just missed the bus stop again and spun out to try and not hit him because I didn't want to hit him because it was going to wreck him, and just cost myself a chance to win. And when I was in the lead again as well, I just locked up the brakes going into the 4th turn, I think. But just too many mistakes by me. But it was a fun race with Vincent and Danny right there. I mean, Vincent's probably the best guy every week, so just to be able to compete against him, I mean, he's just so consistent on this track. I mean, I didn't see him spin out at all, and he just made no mistakes, and that got him the win. I mean, mistake-free race, and he got the win. I made too many mistakes. Not saying I would have won if I didn't make those mistakes, but I think I would have had a better chance to win.
10-4, man, and you guys put on a great show as always. And is there anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
Give a shout out to you doing the broadcast. Great job like usual. Shout out to my teammates Adam, AJ, and Mike as well. I know Adam didn't have a great race, and his shifter actually messed up, and it went to second when he was trying to go to fourth, and that made him blow his engine. And then I know Mike, he ran top 15 whole race, and AJ was fourth, I believe he finished.
Yes,
But
he did. Yeah.
yes,
And I got
and
to,
shout out to
because
everyone in this league for running too.
right, yeah, and I got to make that change too, because you're actually teammates with them. It was that Vortex Theory, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do that, so that'll help them, help you guys in the points, because you guys have the best average. Looking at the finishing order here, so that'll help you guys, battle back in the team standings there. So yeah, good job, everybody, and
Yeah, thank you, man.
we'll see you guys next week.
All right, really appreciate it, Tony.
Okay, folks, boy, I tell you, that was what a race, folks, and that was an awesome finish there, and good effort by everybody, and even the guys that might not have, like I said, may not be their most favorite type of racing, they definitely hung in there and tried to get it done. Now let's take a look at your finishing order here. We got Vincent Sawyer winner, then Danik Cochran second, Colin Forster third, AJ Green fourth, James Trammell fifth, Max Foner sixth, Lance Hill seventh, Martin Morales Jr. eighth, Sean Huffstutler ninth, Mike Simone, he rounds out your top 10. Then we have Tyler Dingler 11th, Jesse Thornock 12th, Lance Caraway 13th, and 14th, Kevin Mahoney Jr., Alan Ailshire 15th, 16th was Seba Corns, Josh Carver 17th, and Gerald Space round out the field in the 18th position. And as always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. And for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.